Okay, can you see the slide movement, students? Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So today we'll take up one simple program, right? Okay, this is maybe the third program or fourth program. So check it out. So I'll just display that. Okay, it's a fourth program. Hello, sir. How sir? ಯಾಕ್ರಿ ಸರ್ ಹೆಂಗ್ರಿ ಇಲ್ರಿ ಸರ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಆನ್ಲೈನ್ ಬರ್ರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೇನಿ ಸರ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಓಕೆ Okay, so today we'll talk something related to the program 4, all right? Okay, so what this program is talking about. So if you look at this, 1 second students. Okay. Design and develop an algorithm to find the reverse of an integer number, okay, and check whether it is palindrome or not. Implement a C program for the developed algorithm that takes an integer number as an input and output the reverse of the same, okay, with the suitable messages. Okay, this is what is the question that is asked. For this, you are supposed to write the algorithm as well as program. Okay, so before we talk about what is palindrome, okay, so I would like to say how can you reverse the number? All right, so let's go ahead with the same thing. Okay, so here they have mentioned that you are supposed to read an integer value. Okay, so if I read something like number as 1, 2, 3, so I am supposed to reverse this number. So this is my first task. Okay, what they have asked? They have asked us to reverse a number. So after reversing the given number, I am going to get this as 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'll repeat. So we are going to read an integer value or integer number. Then the first step that what we are going to do is we are supposed to reverse the given number. Right? Okay, so now if I have read it as 1, 2, 3, 4, the reverse of that number is 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so once we do this reversing, then what we are supposed to do? So whatever number that we have read must be compared with the reversed number. Whatever number that we have read must be compared with the number that is the reversed number. If both the number are equal to each other, then I call this as a palindrome. If though these two numbers are not equal to each other, then I say it is not a palindrome. So in this case, so number read is 1, 3, 2, 4. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. The reverse of this number is 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. So are they equal here? Hello?
No,
Are they equal
ma'am.
to? No. So if these are not equal, the meaning of that is they are not palindrome. Okay. So I'll take one more number. I'm going to read one number, something like 1, 2, 2, 1. So this is an integer that I'm going to read. So after reversing this number, what you are going to get? You reverse this number. What are you going to get this? Same number, 1, 2, 2, 1.
Yes, ma'am.
Correct? Yes. If these two are, the reverse number is equivalent to the red number, then I call it as palindrome. The number is palindrome. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So
Yes,
this
ma'am.
is what you are supposed to write the program. Right? Okay. Can anybody think what kind of logic that we people can use for this? So if I take this as one number, 1, 2, 3, 4, how do I reverse this number? Any idea?
You can use modulus.
Okay, so after using modulus, what is your expectation?
If we divide it by 10, then the remainder will be 4.
Remainder will be 4. So after taking this remainder, what should I do?
We can store it at temporary variable.
Okay, so how many numbers I have to store? First, I'll be storing 4 in one temporary variable. Then how do I get the next number?
Again, we can do the same thing.
Again, I'll be doing the same thing. Okay, 1,
Means
2, 3,
dividing by
4.
10.
Divide by
No, ma'am.
10. Yeah.
No, ma'am. 1,
Ah.
2, 3, 4. Now its modulus is divided by 10. It will give
Okay.
us
1,
123.
2, 3. Okay.
1
Then
second
again,
again modulus.
modulus. Modulus. So it's going to give
Modulus
me 3. So where do I store this 3 now?
in same temporary variable.
Which temporary variable? It is already storing 4 here. Then how do I store 4 into this particular temporary variable?
We can
We are on a
multiply
right
and
track.
add it.
Okay. Yeah. So what I have to multiply what?
Means 43. We have to do it
10,
43.
ma'am.
So 40 plus
What has to be multiplied with 10?
10. 10, ma'am. 4 has to be multiplied with 10. Means 10,
4 has to
10
be
equal to
multiplied with 10.
plus
Then I'm
this
going to
3.
add this particular number that I have generated. So I'm going to get this as 23. Is it okay? Then again this 43 should be multiplied by 10 and whatever next number that I'm going to generate, this should be added to this. Is it okay?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, next I'll be getting this as 432. Again, you multiply this by 10. Again, you pick the last number out of it and you add it to this to get 4321. So this is what is the reverse number. So is this okay? Is this okay to everybody?
Yes,
I
ma'am.
need your response. Okay, so this is maximum time this logic is adopted. Okay, so if you look at some of the questions that they were asked in the maybe vivas or maybe in the interviews, so maximum times those are based on what we call it as this reversing of kind of stuff there. Okay, it may be a reversing of a string, reversing of a number. Okay, so now this is a logic that is adopted in those such cases. Okay, so now I'll try to write the same logic for you all. So before I proceed with, first you have to read one number. Okay. So I'm going to read a number. Correct? I am going to read a number. What I am going to do after this, I have to store this number because afterwards the first number, the number that you have read is going to be compared with the reverse
Reverse
number.
number.
Correct? This is the reverse number. That's why what I mean, just for our sake, we'll just save this into another variable. So I'll write n1 and I'm going to dump this into, okay, the number that I have read there, just for our sake. Okay, because even though I lose the data afterwards, okay, I want my original data that I have read there. So that's why I'm keeping that data inside another variable. Is it okay?
Yes,
Is
ma'am.
it okay? Okay. Then how do I proceed with? You already mentioned about that. So you are reading, you have already read this number. Okay, I have taken this as inside the N1 now. Okay, I'll take that N1. What you are supposed to do? First you told me to do the modulus operation. Correct now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll be doing the same thing, modulus of 10. So whatever result I'm going to get, this is my reminder. Is it reminder that I'm going to get here if I do the modulus operation here? Am I going to get a reminder if I do the modulus operation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. If I use mod 10, what is your expectation out of it?
4.
Tell me this. Okay, is it okay? So this is the reminder. You can check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4 divided by 10. Okay, so 10 ones are 10, 2, 3, 10 twos are 20. So I left out with 3, now 34, then 3s are, and this is yielding me 4. This is my reminder. That's what I got here. I hope I'm making it clear. This is a reminder that you are going to get. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, then this reminder, whatever reminder you got here, that has to be shifted towards the left side. Correct, na? Because you want to make this as 40, no? Yes or no? Because whenever you get next 3, so that should be added with this 40 to make it as 43. Is it clear? Whatever you
Yes, ma'am.
people have said, I am writing the same thing in the form of algorithm. Is this okay? Are you are you making this as 40? How do you make this as 40? If you have only 4, how do you make this as 40?
Multiply with 10, ma'am.
Correct, no? So yeah, I'm going to multiply this by 10. Correct. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So then afterwards what I'm supposed to do? This is my reminder that I got here. I'm going to multiply that reminder by 10. Then what I'm supposed to do? I
Add
have to
with the
store it.
next remainder.
I have to store this first inside one temporary variable. You people were saying no.
Yes, ma'am.
Correct, no? So I take one number as reverse here. Okay, so I'm doing, sorry, I'll write it as reverse. Okay, because this is going to give, afterwards it is going to give me the reverse. What I'm going to do now? So I'm taking reverse and I'm going to initialize that into that with 0 now. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So reverse is equal to reverse multiplied by 10 plus 4. Is it okay? Sorry, plus reminder. Is it okay? First I am going to get 4.
Yes, ma'am.
Afterwards it is going to be shifted towards the left side because initially it is 0, but next time it is going to be shifted towards, because I am going to place these things inside maybe one kind of a loop so that it can shift towards the left side. If you go on multiplying it by 10, automatically it goes on shifting towards the left side there. Are you agreeing with that? First I have 4 here. I am multiplying this by 10. Okay, I get this as 40. If I multiply this by 10, then what I'm going to get? What I'm going to get here? 4 is multiplied by 10. What is your answer for this? 40.
40,
If
ma'am.
40 is multiplied by 10,
400.
400. Correct,
400.
no? Now look at this. It was in the initially in the units place, then it went to tens place, then it went to hundredth place. Correct, no? But every time I am multiplying with 10 only, I am not changing that. But I am taking care in such a way that it should be shifted towards the left side. That's what I am taking care. Agreed for this? Is there any number that I have
Yes,
changed
ma'am.
here? Multiplication number?
No, ma'am.
No, no. So I am keeping that as it is. Okay, so this is what is the meaning of that. Then afterwards you said that, so you want this upper number. Okay, so how do you get this upper part? So I have taken 4 out of 1, 2, 3, 4. I want only 1, 2, 3 now. Because this particular stuff, unit place data is already taken care. Okay, because reminder has taken care of that.
Modulus of 1 to 3.
So how do I get 1, 2, 3 now?
We can divide it by 10 so that it
Divide
will
by,
consider.
correct? Okay, right. So I'll do the same thing. N1 is equal to n divided by 10. Is it yielding me 1, 2, 3 now?
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So are you going to get the quotient part of that? So this is giving me the quotient, this is giving me the remainder there. Agreed for this, everybody?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now
Mm.
you have to repeat this. While you have to repeat this. How many times you have to repeat this? If you have a number 1, 2, 3, 4, how many times you have to repeat this to reverse this as 3, 4, 3, 2, 1? To make it as 4, 3, 2, 1?
4 times, ma'am.
4 times? What is the meaning of 4 times? I cannot write it as 4 times because number I've taken it as 1, 2, 3, 4. If you give it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Unless the division is not 0, ma'am.
right. So now this value should not become 0. If this becomes 0, so there is no number that is left out. So I'm dividing this number. Let me take 1, 2, 3, 4. First I divide it by 10. Okay, so what is the quotient that you are going to get here? If I divide 1, 2, 3, 4 by 10, what is the quotient that you are going to get there?
1,
1, 2,
2, 3.
1, 2, 3. Correct now? Are you getting n1 as 1, 2, 3 there? Again divide this by 10. What is the quotient?
1, 2, ma'am.
12. Correct now? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so 12 is divided by 10. What is your quotient?
1, ma'am.
1. If 1 is divided by 10, what is your quotient?
0.
0,
If 10 is divided, 1 is divided by 10, what is your quotient?
0.
0.
0, no? Right? So you'll be doing this, okay, you'll be checking. So you'll be inside the loop till you get this quotient as 0. That's what I'm saying here. Is it okay? Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'll write the same thing. N is not equal to 0. I'll proceed with this. Once n becomes whatever number I've taken here, it becomes 0, I'm coming out of the loop there. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now let's look into the algorithm. Okay. I hope I made it clear to everybody how to reverse a number. Only three bits. One, first you have to take the individual digits, then you multiply that by 10 and add the new digit that you have generated there, and go on doing finding the quotient there. Once the quotient becomes 0, you come out of the loop there. Okay, so once I come out of that, okay, I'll be getting the reverse in the reverse variable. Clear? Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Is something.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now let's proceed with the algorithm. Okay, so first you initialize, start. Okay, so now we input the number. So I am reading a number there. Then reverse is initialized to 0 there. Is it okay till here? First one is start, right? So it's an algorithm. Okay, so I'm going to read a number, and I already told you I'll be initializing 0. Reverse is equal to 0 because I am using what we call it as reverse is equal to reverse multiplied by 10 by reminder, because this is helping me to shift the reminder that I got towards the left side there. It is going to change its position from unit place to tens place, from tens place to 100 place, from 100 place to 1000 place, and so on. This is the logic behind that. Is it okay? Is
Yes,
it okay, students? Okay, so let's go ahead with the next bit now. Okay. 1 second, something went wrong there. Okay. So this is the first step. Then next step is, so you have to store the number in another variable. Did I mention about that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now I have stored it inside the N1 because I want to retain my original data because I wanted to check whether the given number is palindrome or not. To do that, you already know that whatever reverse number that I am going to get must be checked with the cross verified with the original data. If both are same, then what I am going to do? I am going to declare it as a palindrome. Correct? Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so just I am storing this inside the temporary variable because I know that inside the loop I am going to modify that. Right? Okay, so now I'll go ahead with the while. While number not equal to 0, I have to do the following things. Okay, this is algorithm. That's why anything is okay in algorithm. That's why I've written like this. So reminder I'm going to calculate. How do I get reminder? How do I get reminder?
Number modulus 10, ma'am.
Correct? Okay. So what is the next step? Reverse is equal to reverse into 10 plus reminder. So this is helping me to shift the reminder that I got towards the left side.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So next I have to get the quotient out of it. So I'm doing the same thing. Number is equal to number slash 10. So this is helping me to get the quotient of the number. Because this is helping me how many times the particular number has to be repeated, and this is helping me to every time to get the new reminder there. If I don't do this, every time if I take this number here, okay, sorry. So every time I'm going to get the same data there. If I don't do this, so if I only write only these two, so every time there is no change in the number. If it is 1, 2, 3, 4, so if I'm taking care of the mod of this, mod by 10, so every time I'm going to get only 4. Correct, no? Do you agree for that or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Right, so
Yes,
every
ma'am.
time it is 1, 2, 3, 4 only. I'm not changing it. But if you do like this, so the number is going to change. First it is 1, 2, 3, 4. Next time it is going to become 1, 2, 3. Next time it is going to become 1, 2. Next time it is going to become 1. Then finally it is going to become 0 there. Agreed? So these are the important 3 steps that you have to take care whenever you go ahead with the palindrome or reversing of a number. And I already mentioned this logic is adopted in almost all the things, and maximum times this concept is asked or logic is asked. So any doubt you people can ask me. Any doubts regarding this?
No, ma'am.
Speak out, students. Okay. Okay. So once I come out of this loop, what are the things I'll be having, or what is the thing that I'm interested in? For what purpose I have written this statement inside the loop? Hello? Hello, students? Hello? For what purpose I have written these 3 statements, students? What is the motto behind writing these 3 statements? Once I
To
come
get
out
the
of this
reverse
loop,
number.
yeah? Tell me, tell me.
We'll get the reverse of this number, ma'am.
Very good. I am interested to find the reverse. That is the first motto. That was it. That what is asked. Okay. First, you have to find the reverse of a number. Then the reverse number has to be cross-verified or checked with the data that are the number that we have read there. Correct? So this is helping me to do the reversing of a given number. Clear, student?
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so proceed with the next thing now. Okay, so next, what I'm going to do? So I have to print the reverse of a number. Okay, it is stored inside the reverse, you already know. Okay, so I'm just printing that using a print statement. Then I have to check whether the given number is, hmm,
Palindrome or not, ma'am?
Not. How do I check?
If the entered number is equals to reverse.
Right. Okay. So entered number I have already stored inside which variable? Because number is already used here. Okay. This I have already used here. This is already become 0. Right. So where is my original data then?
Temp.
Temp.
Temporal.
Okay. This you have to remember very carefully because students forget to do this. Right, maximum time I have seen students forget to do this. You have to store your number because inside your for loop you are modifying the number that you have entered there because you are checking for this condition. So once I come out of this particular loop, number has become 0 there. So students, what students will do, they'll check for number is equal to, okay, equal to, they'll ask, check for the temporary there. Sorry, not temporary, reverse there. They are going to check the number, okay, equal to the reverse. What is the value of number? Every time once I come out of this particular while loop, number value will be once I come out of this particular loop, what is the value of number?
0.
0. Correct? Correct. No, it is 0. And reverse number is the reverse of a given number there. So they never become equal to 0 because this is always 0 there. Agreed?
Yes, ma'am.
Agreed. That's why you have to keep this particular number inside another variable. This is must thing. Okay, students fail to do that. I've seen. Okay, that's why I'm suggesting what are the mistakes usually students do. So I'm just, taking care of that. You shouldn't repeat that. Right? Okay, now I'm going to cross verify if temporary is equal to the reverse number. Okay, this is what you have to write here. Reverse is equal to temp, then I'll be saying that it is a palindrome. Otherwise, if reverse is not equal to palindrome, sorry, temporary, then the temporary I have said
The
something
number
like
is
1,
not
2,
a
3, 4. Reverse of
palindrome.
this is 4, 3, 2, 1. Then if they are not equal, then
Number is not palindrome, ma'am.
not a palindrome. So number is not a palindrome. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now end of the if there and I'm going to finish the stop. So any doubt regarding this before I proceed with the program?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so let's proceed with the program. So there in program I'll take care of one example there. How do I proceed with? You go on telling me the things. Okay, it becomes very easy for you people to understand that. First, what you're supposed to do?
Declaration.
Declaration. What are the variables that you're going to declare?
Num,
Num.
reverse, temp.
Okay, right. Okay, num, reverse equal to 0, temp and a reminder. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
So what you are asking the end user to read?
Read a number.
Read a number. Right? So we are reading the number. And what you are doing after reading that number? What we are supposed to do after reading a number? What we are supposed to do?
We have to initialize it to another variable.
Right, so you have to store it in another variable. Okay, this is must. If you don't do that, okay, so you are unable to find whether the given number is palindrome or not. Every time you'll be getting it's not a palindrome, it's not a palindrome. Even though it is a palindrome, but you are going to get this as a not a palindrome only. Okay, that's why you need to keep that data that you have read inside the temporary variable or another variable. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so let's go ahead with the same thing. So now I'll just take the number here. So you read the number for me. I'll proceed with the explanation also. Read the number for me. An integer number you have to read. Read any number. Okay, so I myself will read the number 1, 2, 3, 4 only I'll take, because it becomes very easy for everybody to understand that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm storing that inside the temporary variable also. So I have two memories, one in the name of temp, another in the name of number here. Okay, so in this case I'm storing, I've read 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm dumping the same thing inside this also. Then let's proceed with the next part. What is the first thing that you have to take care now? You already know the algorithm. How do you start? How do you write the other part of the program?
While n is not equals to
While
0.
number is not equal to, because I've read it as num there. Okay, while number is not equal to 0. Alright, so you have to take care of these three components. Right, so now what is this? I've read this as 1, 2, 3, 4. Is 1, 2, 3, 4 is not equal to 0?
Yes.
Yes,
ma'am.
right. If it is true, what should I do?
Entering
Get
the
inside the
loop.
loop.
Enter the loop. I'm entering into the loop, right? So what is the reminder value? This is 1, 2, 3, 4 modulus 10. What you are expecting for reminder now? Reminder is
4,
equal
ma'am.
to 4. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then what is reverse? This is 0, because we have initialized that to 0. Correct? Correct now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then, so reminder is
4.
4. So what is the reverse value? New value of reverse is
4, ma'am.
4. Is it 4?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So what is now num? Num is 1, 2, 3, 4 divided by 10. What is your quotient that is stored inside the num now?
1, 2, 3.
1, 2,
1,
3.
2, 3, ma'am.
Is it agreeable to everybody now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So again come back here. Okay. Check for this. Now initially it was 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it is 1, 2, 3. Is it okay? Is it 1, 2, 3 only?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is 1, 2, 3 is not equal to 0?
Yes, ma'am. True.
Yes. True. What should I do?
Enter the loop.
Enter the loop. So now what is the new value of num now? Make it fast, little fast.
1, 2, 3, ma'am.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 mod 10 is equal to?
3, ma'am. Reminder.
Reminder. Now reminder is 3. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So next, go ahead with this reverse. What is the reverse previous value of reverse?
4, ma'am.
4. 4 multiplied by 10 is how much?
40.
40. What is the new value of reminder?
3, ma'am.
3. So 40 plus 3 is?
43.
43. Have we shifted the unit place data to the 10th place data now? So this was 4 was unit place data, no?
Yes, ma'am.
So where it went now?
10th place, ma'am.
10th place, agreed? So this is the logic behind that. Only multiply this by 10, okay, and go on adding the new reminder that you got there. Okay, so every time it is going to shift its position there. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what is the new value of num now?
12, ma'am.
12. Okay, so new value. So it is 1, 2, 3 divided by 10. So I got this as 12. So again come back to this. This is 12. Is 12 is not equal to 0?
Yes, ma'am. True.
True. What should I do?
Enter the loop, ma'am.
Enter the loop. Now calculate. So this is 1, 2, 1, 2 mod 10. What is the new value of reminder?
2, ma'am.
2. So this is 43 now. 43. New value of reminder is 2. So 43 into 10 is how much? 43 is
430,
reverse.
ma'am.
Okay, 43 is reverse. 43 into 10 is
430, ma'am.
430 plus 2. How much is this now?
432.
432. Now can you look into the things now. So this went to the 10th, 100th position. Okay, then previous value, that is the unit place data, went to a 10th place, and whatever new reminder that you got in it is in the unit place right now. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Next, you have to calculate the new value of num now. What is new value of num?
1, ma'am.
12 divided by 10. It is 1. Is it 1?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, come
Yes,
back
ma'am.
here again. So this is 1. 1 is not equal to 0?
Yes, ma'am. True.
Yes. So 1 mod 10. What is your answer for this reminder now?
1, ma'am.
1. Is it 1? Is it 1? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. So now it is 432 that you have taken here. 432. Right. So 432 multiplied by 10, and the new reminder is 1 here. So 432 into 10 is how much?
4,320, ma'am.
Right. Plus 1. So what is the new value of that?
4,321, ma'am.
Is it agreed? Is it agreeable answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then num is 1 here. 1 divided by 10. What is your quotient for this?
0.
0.
0, ma'am.
1. Is it okay? Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so 1
Yes, ma'am.
divided by 10. Okay, so 10 zeros are 0. I'll get the remainder. I'm not interested in remainder. I'm interested in quotient now. Okay, because it is division operation. Alright, so is it 0 here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'll come back here. What is the new value of num now?
0, ma'am.
0. 0 is not equal to 0.
False, ma'am.
False. What should I do?
Come out of the loop, ma'am.
Come out of the loop. Okay, and execute the statement following the while loop. So what is the thing that is following? So before I go ahead with this, where is the reverse number that is stored?
Temp, ma'am.
Look at the answer. Where is the reversed number that is stored? Temp is original number. And reverse number is stored in which variable?
Reverse, ma'am.
Correct?
Reverse, ma'am.
1, 2, 3, 4 was the original number, which is already stored inside the temp. Now, what is the reverse of this?
4321.
4321. Where exactly it is stored? Look at the things that I have done here. Where exactly 4321 is
Reverse,
stored?
ma'am.
Correct, na? Is it stored in reverse?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. So now what I'm going to do? So now I'm printing the temporary, that is the original number, and I'm going to print the reverse number also, which is stored inside the reverse, because they told me to print both the things, original number as well as the reverse number. I'm just doing that. Given number is temporary and reverse number is inside the reverse. Is it okay? Make it fast.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So next, what I'm supposed to do now? I have to check whether the given number is palindrome or not. How do I do that?
Reverse number equal to temp.
Very good. Okay, reverse number is equal to temp. So I'm checking for that. If it is true,
Number is palindrome.
very good. Okay, if it is true, then the number is palindrome. Given number is palindrome. Else,
It is not palindrome.
it is not a palindrome. Okay, so return 0 and wind up the program. Clear, students?
Yes,
Is it
ma'am.
okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So look at the examples, some of the examples. So I've read 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3. So reverse of this number is what?
3221, ma'am.
3, 2, 2, 1. So this is a reverse of a number. This is the original number. That's what it is printing here. Then is it a palindrome?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay, can you read any number which is a palindrome?
2002.
2002 is palindrome. Any other numbers? 1221, 2552. Okay, so you can go on reading the numbers.
2020.
Pardon? 20?
20.
20?
2021.
2020. Okay, so is it a palindrome number?
No.
Is it a
No, ma'am.
palindrome number? It's not a palindrome
No,
because if I
ma'am.
reverse this, I'll be getting it as 0202. 0202 is not equal to 2020. So it's not a palindrome. Right?
1991.
1991. Okay? Right. Okay. So I've read one number.
1001.
Okay. 0, 0.
2442, ma'am.
2442. Okay. Right. So these are all the values. So I've taken one, and both the reverse of that number is also 1221. That's why it is a palindrome. Is it okay? This is how the program works. So any doubt regarding this, students?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so this is okay. So I think this is the fourth program. Okay, so next week you are supposed to do the quadratic. So after test, I'm not saying during the test this one only. So after test, so in upcoming lab you have to do the palindrome. Sorry, not palindrome. You have to do the quadratic equation. So next week you have to go out with the palindrome, right? So sometimes you may need to or carry out more than one experiments in the laboratory. Okay, because you have because more number of experiments are there. Okay, so that's why sometimes you have to do you have to execute two programs in the laboratory, and I have given you sufficient time for the execution. 1 week time I am giving, so I think you people can carry out 2 programs in a week. Only write up you have to show. Afterwards, after coming to the next lab, you have to show the execution of the program. That what I am following. Correct? Any network issue, so I think you can take care of that within a week there. And you can sort it out and you can come up with the solution within a week, and you will be storing your program, and you are showing the same stored program to me when you come to the lab there. Correct? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So next is, so yesterday I told you people to solve one example. Have you solved that example? Is it visible to everybody?
Yes.
Can you
ma'am.
see the new slides? Yes? Okay. So yesterday's class, I said to check whether the given number is prime or not. Correct, no? And I have executed that also. I have shown that also to you all. Right? So you have to check whether the number is divisible by itself and 1, then I call it as a prime number. Other than that, if it is divisible by any other number other than itself and 1, then I call it as not a prime number. Correct, no? Yes or no? So yesterday that I have solved, right? And I showed it using the for loop. Okay, the same thing can be written using the while loop also. So what are the changes you have to make in that case? If I'm using a while loop there, and I've shown that also in the yesterday's class. What are the changes that you have to make? So this is using a for loop. So if I ask you to do it using the while loop, how do you do? Make it fast, students. How do you do that? Can you do all these things in a stretch in a while loop? Hello?
No, ma'am.
How do I do then? This initialization must be done. In while loop, initialization must be done before Are you doing initialization, checking for a condition and incrementation in a single line in while loop? Say something, students. So I'm showing you very simple programs. Okay, so if you come across the programs related to the 1D array, 2D arrays, other batch, okay, if you look at the 8 division students, they have already crossed all these things. They have done all these examples. So they solve minimum 3 to 4 examples in single class. You people are not giving a response to me. They have already started with the 1D array and they have started with the searching technique also. Why you people are so slow, I really don't know. You have to come up, we have to do, you have to, okay, say the answers. I'm not asking anything beyond your thing because I've already taught you. I'm concentrating on that only many times. And I've given you what is the things that are required for while loop. I'm asking the same thing here. Because they may ask,
I
write the
is less than
program.
number.
Okay. While
I is less than number.
less than number. So what about the initialization and the this plus plus? Don't require that, or do you require that? Do you require initialization for this while loop or looping statement or no?
Requirements.
Where do I place that then?
I
I'll
plus
write
plus
that.
in else part.
Okay, so I'll write here while I is equal to 2 before the while statement. Initialization must be done before the while statement there, or if you are using do while there, before do while you have to use this I initialization of the variable, conditional variable there. Then again the same thing, I am not changing that. So after this, okay, soon after this I'll be using what we call it as, okay, so now I have written if statement. If these things are remain same there, I'm just incrementing the value of I. I just told you people to split this. Nothing more than that. Okay, so this initialization should come before this while loop, and this should be the part of the condition there, and I plus plus should be the part of the while loop. This is how we have to split this. And if they ask, write a C program to check whether the given number is prime or not using for loop, then you have to use this. If they tell you to do it using the while loop, then you have to use this. So other things remains as it is. Only this for is converted into while. That's what I'm saying you all. Okay, nothing more than that. So what is the thing that you have to take care in case of the, this particular prime program? What is the thing that you have to take care? I said yesterday. So I said about this particular prime and a break statement. I'm coming out of this particular loop. Why I'm coming out of that particular loop? Is it because of
Because
break
of
or
your
is it because of condition is true there? The condition is false there. Why I'm coming out of the loop?
break state.
Are you able to judge that? That is my question. Are you able to judge why are you coming out of the for loop there? Is it because of the break statement? Is it because of the condition becoming false of the for loop there? Why you are coming out of this? Are you able to judge that?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No. So in that case, what you have to take care? What is the variable that you are supposed to use for that?
Prime.
Very good. This particular prime that you have to use, you have to initialize that to 0 and you make this as initialize to 1 and make this as 0 there. Once you come out of this, you check for that. If it is changed, then you have come out of this because of break. Okay, if it is not changed, if it is equal to 1 only, then I am coming out of this loop because of the false condition of this for loop there. this is the best method that I have suggested you people. And if you look at the new programs which are newly generated software, you check any software, maximum times they take care of this particular flag value. Okay, the flag, sometimes they'll write this as flag. Flag is equal to 1, flag is equal to 0. Binary number they always take, and that is helping you people to how can you come out of the particular looping statement. You are able to judge that only because of that particular flag value. This is what I have told in the yesterday's class. Okay. Okay. So now this is using the while loop statement. I'll just show it to you people. Same thing. Okay. I said you, I'm not changed anything. Only. Okay. For loop was, this was for loop there. Then I written this initialization here, checking for a condition, and this is the I++ condition. Other things remains as it is. How I have come out of the loop? Is it because of the break statement, or is it because of the false condition of this that is decided by this prime value? We call it as a flag value. Is it okay? And I said you people, okay, so to write the program to generate n prime numbers, correct no? Yesterday that was a homework that was given to you people. Yes or no? Make it fast. I wanted to, talk about that, and I wanted to wind up. Make it fast. Yesterday I have told you people to do that, no? Anybody has taken care of that? Don't take the subject lightly. Afterwards, the subject will take you people lightly. Okay, you'll get the numbers, answers, the final marks in terms of zeros and ones. If you don't take care of this subject, okay, up to a great level there. Okay, because placement, so you are placed 1, if you are not placed 0, right? So it is like that only, because computers only deals with zeros and ones, nothing more than that. It accepts 1, okay, purely accepted, otherwise rejected. So in which category you want it to fall, you have to decide that. So whatever things that I suggest you people, you have to carry out that. Have you done? Say something. Students, I'm asking you people only. Have you done? No response means, so I'll not be, okay, because there is no point in talking. So in the next class, I'll be talking something related to what we call it as the NCR, okay, binomial coefficient. If you say that, that's very great, because I'll be talking about the looping, nested loop there. So there is a possibility. So before I conclude, so I'll say one more thing to you all. Nesting of looping can be done there. What is nesting? You already know. Loop within a loop, or loop, condition within a condition. That is nested if. Similar to nested if, you can go ahead with nesting of the looping statement. How do we proceed? So if I write here, so if I have a for loop here, within this for loop, I can go ahead with one more for loop. Within this also, I can go ahead with one more for loop there. Okay, I'll show it on the next. So people can think of going at it for loop within a for loop. So this is again for loop. Within this you can go ahead with the for loop. We call these as a nesting. The many statements are written here. Okay, here also people can write some statements. Okay, this is for this closure brace, this is for this closure brace, this is for this. So loop within a loop. Okay, we call it as nesting. So you may ask, only for loop within for loop or what? No, it's not necessary. So within while loop also you people can go ahead with one more while. Okay. So within this also you people can think of going ahead with some other whiles. Only while loops and for loops and do whiles are what, madam? No. Okay. So if I take here for, within for, I can go ahead with while loop. Within while, I can go ahead with for loop there. So anything can be used in anywhere. Okay, so any statement can be used inside any other statement there. Is this okay? Is this okay, students? Hello? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now I said you people to generate the, what we call it as, okay, write a C program to generate first n prime numbers. Okay, so this was the task that was assigned to you people. So I request you people to try to write the program and try to execute this program. Okay, so even though if it is not, not part of your lab program, but it may be asked in the final exams or maybe in the IAs also. Okay, so now you have to take care of these things. I'll just share you the things how it can be done. So think of that. Okay. So I've used the while loop because they have mentioned me to use the while loop there. I've used the while loop, but before that, so I've taken care that generation of the numbers there. I have to generate, if I write here, n there. So n is equal to, if I write 10 there. Okay, so it has to generate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 10 numbers there. And among these 10 numbers, I have to tell, okay, sir. If you are asking, okay, so within this 10, so which are the what we call it as the prime numbers that you have to display them. So that is again the same thing. J is equal to 0, prime is equal to 1. Okay, so this is what is the condition that is needed for, you already done with this, that is checking for the prime or no. Okay, the same thing I am not changing. So if I check for prime is equal to 1, so I say it is a prime number, I am displaying it, otherwise I am not displaying it. Right, so this is the outer loop, and inside this I am using one more while loop. So this is called as nesting. Okay, this takes, these are very important things. Right, so I have already mentioned about how to find the prime numbers. Okay, so from here the logic begins till here. So other part only this outer loop, generation of a number, that you have to write an outer for loop for that. Alright, so if you look at the, okay, so I think I've shown the output for this, but okay, just run that and I'll show it to people so that you people can understand. N prime numbers. Okay, here I am taking last number, I am reading one number there, I am generating all the numbers, but so sometimes what happens, if they are telling you to generate n prime numbers, means they are asking you people to, okay, go ahead with generating 10 prime numbers only. Okay, so 10 prime numbers in the sense they'll say that 2, 4, 2, 3, 5, then 7, then I think 11, 13, okay, 10 prime numbers you have to read, generate. Okay, so sometimes they'll tell that, so within 10, yeah, whatever prime numbers that are coming there, you have to generate those things. Okay, so it is left to you people. Okay, so now you have to decide that and you have to write. Here I have mentioned about before a particular number, how many prime numbers are coming, that I am showing as a result over here. Okay, so if I write here 15, so I am telling you which are the numbers, okay, so which are coming under the 15, right? So these are the prime numbers that are coming under the 15. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 10, 11, 13. Are these prime numbers?
Yes,
Are
ma'am.
these right? Okay. So now this is how we have to take care of your programs. Okay. So first 10 numbers. So this is also going to work, but you have to take care whenever you read. Okay. So the n value here. Okay, check it out. What is the number that can be given to you people? That can be given here, so that I can generate the first 10 numbers there. Okay. So I'll write here. So what can be given? Maybe 20. 20 is generating 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so 9 prime numbers. I'll give it as 21. I think it is going to generate 10 prime numbers there. So if I write 21, so again it is not because 21 is not a prime number there, so I'll write it as 25. Okay, 10 numbers are generated. 10 prime numbers are generated, students.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Okay. So this is how you have to take care. Only I'm interested to talk about you people can go ahead with loop within a loop. Okay, nesting of a loop. That can be taken care, okay, using any of the programming concepts. Right? So that can be used in anywhere. Okay, loop within a loop, nested loop. Right? Is it okay? Nested
ma'am.
loops. Right? So this is all about, okay, some of the programs. Okay, along with the lab program I have talked about. Okay, so now if you, in the next class, I'll be talking about the binomial coefficient, right? If you want, I'll help you to generate this kind of the, what we call it as trees there, all right? Okay, so this is kind of a tree that you people can generate there. Okay. So this is all for the day. So before I close, okay. So have any difficulties, you people can ask me.